folks, welcome aboard the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' a Country, where I react to non-pop country music. And you saw the title. An argument could be made that this is King George. Although the other King George, which some people say is the real King George, is George Strait. An argument could be made for either, but George Jones preceded George Strait. So anyhow, whoever you give the nod to, it doesn't matter. George Jones, the real deal. And what else do you say? I'm Not Ready Yet, name of the song, and it's a gift request from GW, George Woodruff, who is arguably George Jones's worldwide #1 fan. So George makes a lot of gifts to me and to the channel for me to do George Jones's songs because George is his favorite artist. I think that's fair to say, GW. And George said that this is one of his favorite George Jones songs. So, you know this is going to be a good one. So let's find out. As I swap hats, I'll put on one of the 4 hats that Terry Wood sent me. And this is the Calgary Stampede. I think it's the world's largest country music festival, which is up in Canada every year. Alberta, I think. Well, yeah, Calgary anyway. Yeah, Alberta, Calgary. I think it's in Alberta, but I know it's Calgary because it's Calgary Stampede. I'm not ready yet. Let's find out what this one is about. Yeah, that country festival up there draws like 1.4 million people each year.
I've always said that someday I was gonna leave you.
Oh.
Some April, when all the land is wet. Some spring, summer, fall, Lord, or maybe winter. I'll leave someday, but I'm not ready yet.
Can't wait to see how this is developed.
I know I should have left the day I knew your love was dying.
Oh, her love is dying.
But I passed her every date that I ever set. But I know I'll leave when my heart tells me it's ready. But I'm still around, 'cause I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, man.
You know, I must have left you 100 times, but you don't know that. 'Cause I was afraid I'd be ashamed, that you'd laugh when you found out just how far it get. But you didn't, and you don't. I know you ain't gonna ever love me. And someday I'll go, but I'm not ready yet.
He left in his mind,
I know
maybe.
I should have left the day I knew your love was dying. But I passed her every date, so boy ever said. But I know I'll leave when my heart tells me, George, we're ready. But I'm still around, 'cause I'm not ready yet. I'm still around, 'cause I'm not ready yet.
That's that sliver. That's that sliver in a song that gets exploded into this entire narrative that even temporally you could see it's playing out throughout his entire relationship and life with her. And you could tell it's going on for years. but he knew her love was dying, and so he was going to leave in a sense. Just, you're lonely yourself. It's heartbreaking. And you're going to do her a favor by taking the step to leave. For whatever reason, she's not. Maybe he's misreading her. But he said he'd left, 100 times or something? But he didn't want to tell her because he didn't want her to laugh at how far he'd gotten, which is not far at all. But he didn't leave at all. Yeah, it wasn't like he got in the car and drove a block down the road and came back. I mean, he may have, but we can't assume that fairly in this song. So it's more along the lines of he'd gotten upset a few times, or he'd gotten really sad a few times, and in his heart and mind was leaving, but didn't physically leave. So she wouldn't know that, which he said in this song she didn't. She didn't know that he'd done that, and she won't know that he'd done it. Now, I don't know who wrote this song and if it's about any specific relationship. It certainly can apply to a lot of relationships, because in almost every relationship, one or both thinks about leaving at some point, because you there's always a bad spell in a relationship, and it doesn't mean it goes on for years. It could just be you're both really tired in a stressful month-long period in life or whatever, and you're like, screw, I can't take this anymore or whatever. But you get over those things once generally you get a decent night's sleep or you have another conversation. In this one, though, her love was dying. And I don't know if it resurrected. In the song, it didn't. Maybe it did, but afterwards. But in the context of the song, it did not. So they stay together and are unhappily married. But it's just one of these things that sliver of life, like I'm not ready yet. And it's like, yeah. And that whole thing was expanded or exploded out into the song. I'm not ready yet. Like, yeah, man, that's just, and that's a good thing in many ways. Like, there's a dynamic tension that exists in a relationship, not just between you and the other person, but with yourself, where you love the relationship and times you don't love the relationship. And the tension exists where you're like, I don't want to hurt the other person. I don't want to make a mistake. I want to check myself on this. That's the metacognition of, being aware of what you're aware of, being aware of what your actions might do, and saying, maybe I should hold out because I don't know enough yet. And that sort of awareness keeps you in a relationship. And then all of a sudden the sun shines again. And you're like, oh, thank God I didn't say what I was going to say, or do what I was going to do, or leave when I thought I was going to leave. Does he have any happiness in this relationship? Not at all, by the way he sang it. Like, his voice was meant to communicate the despondency, the despair, the lack of energy. In it, because she doesn't love him anymore. But every day he goes back home to her, assuming he's working, and he goes home, and it's that life. What do you say? They didn't mention kids. I mean, the songwriter, there was no mention of children in this. Not that they didn't have them, but it was just kept on point. I'm not ready to go. I've said I'll do it when April's not wet or something, or when fall comes and stuff, but every time that season rolls around, he doesn't go. So this is a man in love with a woman who evidently, at least to him, doesn't love him. Oh, well. So, all right. GW, good Lord, that was country blues right there. Um, yeah. All right, I'm going to rate this song, and the number that popped into my head was a 9.0. You guys are all on a roll, but I mean, I know on this one, this was just on the conciseness of those lyrics and how it depicted an entire lifetime, perhaps, of less than ideal emotionality and happiness, where it was like, okay, I'm gonna stay in the hope something turns around, but it hasn't yet. So All right, guys, you could thank or blame George G.W. Woodruff for this one. And thank you, George. I certainly thank you for it. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.